Go meeting I be phone. No, no, really phone can go record.
Let's check it, brother.
Ah, thank you.
Guys, are we gonna stop or?
Yeah, let's go, let's go. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, we good. Yeah, let's sit.
Yeah, thanks. You had a chance to watch what the Pirates have done here with Giants.
Well, the funny thing is now I have to look at you. Yeah.
Yeah, just your thoughts on what you said today.
Yeah. Firstly, I just want to thank Super Sport. I want to thank the Giant team, and most importantly, Orlando Pirates for being able to give us the platform and the opportunity to be part of such a beautiful production. I think it's amazing. I think it's touching. It's raw. A lot of people are going to see how we live our lives and what we normally get up to. They're going to experience how our families are like. And I think that's just what's exciting about it. And I just can't wait for people to see it.
Do you feel it's important for people to see the other side of footballers, like so families? I think it's important, and why?
It is very important for people to see the other side of our lives, so they can understand that we are also human beings, and maybe also lower expectations in terms of certain things that they might think that we have the privilege of getting. Because now when they have to go to your family and they have to see your friends and see that there's not much change in terms of lifestyle, there's not much change in terms of the human being that you are. And with that, they'll be able to lower down the expectations because now they'll see and there might be those little benefits that I get to play in front of 90,000 people, but not much has changed in my life. And I think this is what this documentary will be showing in the most purest form.
Zach, do you feel like this bridges the gap between you guys and supporters again, where there's sort of a human element that comes with supporters are quick to judge, they have their opinions, but now they see a completely different side of it.
Yes, I think it does. It does help because now supporters do see a different side of us. They also understand how important football is to us, our families and our friends, and how much dedication goes into trying to prepare for a football match. And I'm sure within the documentary, obviously we've only just seen the first episode, but I'm sure within it we are going to see when the team loses. We're going to see when there's a fight in the changing room. We're going to see what happens when we lose, how our family feels, and all of that. So I think they will see that there's not much gap between us and them. We love football as much as they do. We love the club as much as they do, if not more, because we obviously are a big part of it as players, and I would say that, yes, they normally say that fans make up the club and all of that, but we as footballers have that responsibility to make those fans happy. So,
a big part of the documentary was obviously Coach Zero. How was your relationship with him? What did you learn from him? And are you sad to see him obviously over all these 3 years?
Oh, not really. I'm not. To be honest, I think for some of us it did not come as a shock because he did say on his first season, because I was lucky enough to be there, he did say that he's not planning to stay for more than 3 years. Of course, by then I'd forgotten about it, but seeing it happen, I think maybe there was a bit of space for disappointment and being sad because he's going to leave at some point. But football is like that, and for me, I've been at the club for 9.5 years, and I've seen a lot of coaches come and go, and I've never really had a relationship with a coach, merely because I try not to attach myself to any coach, because should a coach leave and a coach comes in, it might either make you or break you as a player, and if you're still attached to the previous coach, then it will definitely affect you. So but he's the first. I would say that he's the first coach that I've ever had a genuine relationship with, because he didn't come off as a coach to us. He came to us as a friend, as a teammate, because I think to a certain extent he always thinks he can play. He always, even though he always tells us that he was a bad player, but I think when we play, he does play. That's what makes him unique, and that's why we do see that whenever we have to play, when he talks to us, we kind of resonate with what he's trying to say because he speaks to us as a player. And so the relationship that I had with him, I remember the first season when he came in, he sat me down and he told me all my shortcomings. But then he told me what kind of a striker that I am, and that he does need me at one point or another in his time at Orlando Pirates is going to need me, and that's what happened. And I am happy that whenever that he tried to call my name, that I did try to deliver, even though I must say if it wasn't for injuries and all of that, I would have given him more. But I'm happy with how he left and the relationship that I've had with him. I'm sure I can call him at any time. Yeah.
So it's about to start. Where is your headspace? Because obviously it's very much last season. Where are you now physically, mentally?
I think for me, the first thing, one thing that would mean a lot to me is to see myself on the field and wearing a football jersey and being able to get the first minutes of the season. It's something that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I didn't play the whole season last season, but I've had an injury like that. The difference is that one had occurred in December, but I only came back the next December. So it's like I only missed the last part of the season and the first part of the season. So I never really felt like I was out for the whole season. For me, this is the first time that this happens, and obviously it brings a lot of doubt in my football career. It brings a lot of doubt in my life as well, in terms of can I still try and be back and do what I can do best and maybe get back into the national team and all the goals that I've set for myself. I'm also yet to see that, but it has done nothing but fueled my hunger because of the pain that I had to go through, the sacrifices that I had to make in 1 year. For me to find myself playing football again, it was not easy. It was close to impossible at some point. So me having to overcome that, I feel that I have overcome it, but obviously having to play and having to see myself be more regular on the field is going to actually stem that for me.
You see that part of the change. What just your reflection on that? Because I also know that you also
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Lorenzo did try to tell me, so I'm yet to think about it. But you know what's crazy about Chad is that a lot of us players, when we play and we are regular and we are regulars in our team, we tend to take Chan and an opportunity like that for granted until a situation like this comes where you haven't played for a while and you understand how important it is, and now it is as important as going to Bafana to go play the qualifiers, to go play in AFCON or whatever the game may be. So I'm here to think about it, to be honest, and yeah, but I'm definitely happy. But for me, it's not just about being happy. Is if I can see myself playing again, training well, and playing again, and feel like myself again, I think that's one thing that I'm looking forward to.
So just on that topic, there was something a post from Unplayable, and they say that there's a source from Safa that told them that you're not attached to the club. Can you confirm and say that you're still in the Orlando Pirates player?
I am still a Orlando Pirates player, unless discussed otherwise.
Kept you going in this season, like you said, you have close to 10 years in terms of not being able to play and that injury, but still be mentally ready for like a challenge to make sure that it's not something that will stabilize you when you get the chance to run.
What kept me going what kept me going in the past year? Oh, Indala. No, Indala. I don't want to sugarcoat it or what, Indala. No one wants to go back to where they started. No one wants to lose everything that they've worked hard for. And when you have an injury that big, it can either go one of the two ways. It can either destroy you or it can either make you better. And for you to kind of get something positive out of it is that you have to fight. And for me, that has been my motivation. And I will always work hard and I will always do my best to make sure that I conquer anything that comes my way, especially injuries. And there's a vow that I've made to myself that through hard times I will fight. Through injuries, no matter how big they are, I will fight. Through seemingly impossible situations, I will fight. And one thing that really, really motivates me is that at the end of it, it's going to be one hell of a story because I have to sit down and I have to tell someone else what I've went through. And either I'll come off as a failure or I'll come off as someone who's going to inspire other people.
And if I can,